This has the Efron stamp.
The Efron stamp?
Yeah, or the flapjack stamp.
What's cracking, YouTube? Good morning. Hopefully you're having a good day so far. My day is, I want to say, just getting started. We're just getting started to get to work. So I just got back from the gym. I've been going the last probably close to a month and a half, 2 months now, trying to get more into my physical health, get back into shape, take care of yourself type thing. So just got done with that. It is now 9 a.m. I am heading to the post office because I have a stock Del Sol airbox that I'm trying to sell. I had it up on Marketplace for like 60 bucks. Nobody's bit until now. Some dude, and I want to say like Missouri, maybe somewhere around there, he's interested. So I don't have a box for it, so I'm heading to the post office right now where I'd usually drop off my orders to see if the lady has a box that'll fit it, and then get a quote for them for shipping. And then we gotta go get material because I just got to order for a Del Sol roof brace, so gotta go get some material. So head down to the metal supply store, pick up a few sticks, and then head down to the shop because I got some work to do, got work to finish up. And yeah, today's Thursday, so ideally I'd like to get the roof brace done today so I can take it home tonight and ship it tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm not going to get the chance to ship it till next Wednesday. And I like to try and get my parts out when you guys order them like ASAP. I like having that level of urgency to my work. I know you guys, when you buy something, you want it like ASAP, so I like to try and aid in that. So yeah, busy day, and I feel like I'm gonna throw up. But I got a good protein shake. I got some like Fruity Pebble flavored something, I don't know, but it's not too bad. It's all new to me, all this gym stuff. It's kind of fun though, liking it. Back at the shop, so let's take a look at this little Volkswagen we got going on here. So, nice little, Jetta, just like Jesse's, that's that generation. I think it's a 96. But yeah, this thing's got a fancy little VR6 swap in here, and it's got a little choo-choo. So what I was working on yesterday is the downpipe. I got the downpipe built back there. So I got it built up to where it goes over the subframe, and now I'm just waiting on a flex pipe to show up so that way I can build a little bit to go to the exhaust. So this is actually a perfect time to use one of these electric exhaust cutouts that I got from the guys in at Spalab. I still don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, so we are using 2.5 inch on this exhaust, so I think it'd be a good time to use one of these things. So if you guys want to get yourselves one of these things, you can get it from their website or their Amazon page, and I'll throw it up on the in the video description. But yeah, so basically this is pretty simple. Looks like just power and ground from what I've seen. You got your little cable here, looks like an aux cable almost. You got a similar cable here to then go into this little power unit, and it looks like it's just literally a power and a ground wire, and then it gives you a little key fob remote, and then you can open and close this thing. So this thing right now has a pretty much stock exhaust setup on it, like kind of see it there. It's like 2 1/4 inch, so we're doing a 2.5 to reduce to 2 1/4. But I figure, maybe for the heck of it, just throw that on right before it transitions to the 2 1/4. Try and find some space for it at least, and then that'll be pretty sweet because then you can just at the push of a button make it nice and turbo burbly, like a lot of Volkswagen sound. And then the rest of the time, it'll just be a normal, quiet, chill little Jetta. That's at least what I'm kind of going for here. So once I get working on this thing here in a little bit, I will figure that out. I ended the day yesterday working on the intercooler setup. Kind of ran into an issue. Got to wait for the owner to tell me what he wants me to do for that in terms of fitment, because I'm going to basically have to cut the bumper in half long ways. But other than that, yeah, I got to build this roof brace so I can get that thing shipped out tomorrow. So appreciate you guys for supporting. Truly, truly appreciate it, because that's how I eat. That's how I pay my bills, because right now I am broke from buying all these tools and stuff and the move-in, but it's all stuff that I need. So very, very shortly here, all the spending is going to taper off, and it'll just start being able to save money again. So that'll be nice, because I'm definitely ready to get a few grand in my account and then leave my day job because I can't take it anymore. Whatever. Yeah, we'll see in a bit.
This has the Efron stamp.
The Efron stamp?
Yeah, or the flapjack stamp. But great work.
Man. Gracias.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one's going to California.
It's the second one in like 2 weeks, huh?
I think this is like my third one this month.
Oh, really? Hell
Yeah,
dude.
which ain't bad, seeing as I don't advertise these other than when I mention in a video that I'm making them.
Right.
But it's
You
like
know,
I don't post them on social media.
you don't even have a Del Sol no more either.
No.
Right?
Oh, yeah, I haven't had a Del Sol in like 2 years now.
Hell yeah.
So I know they're a tight fit, but I haven't had anybody say they don't fit. So I think I'm doing okay. I mean, this one lady, her name's Laura, like bless her soul. She's like, she's one of the sweetest people on Instagram.
Yeah.
She has my roof brace and one of my bumper bars. Her and I think her husband each have a roof brace and one of my front bumper bars for their Del Sols.
That's sick.
And she's always complimenting and tagging my brace in like online posts, saying how much of a difference it makes to her car.
Yeah.
Her car is sick too.
Yeah.
It's like a blue wide body with like everything that you can get for a Del Sol. She's got like the one dude that makes like the cowl things that are all dimple dyed and all crazy looking, the headlight covers, he makes those as well.
Yeah.
She's got my roof brace, she's got my bumper bar, she's got some dope wheels, she's got I think a turbo setup on her car.
Oh no shit, that's sick.
Yeah, she literally, it's the most baller Del Sol I think I've seen. But yeah, so this one is going to California though. Truly appreciate you guys, because like I said before, this is how I can afford to eat my din din. So poor little effort.
A little toasty.
It's freaking hot. Today, I don't even know what the heat index is, but it's like, I don't know. Well, it shows it's only 100. All right, so what's the humidity though? Because that's what's making the difference. It's hot as balls today. So Arizona doesn't get any humidity, and it only shows 25% right now, which some of you Midwesterners or Florida people are like, oh, that ain't nothing. But when you're in the freaking desert where you're used to negative 10% humidity, this sucks ass.
Yeah.
But roof brace is done. Now we can get cracking on this Jetta again. We got the okay to cut the bumper in half, so that's the next step. So I apologize if there's a lot of wind noise. I do have a big shop fan right behind me because it's hot as balls in here. So I just finished trimming up more of the crash bar here. So took off the whole bottom segment here to fit the intercooler. Well, the intercooler section I had already trimmed out, and then test fit. Found I had to trim the end caps to fit the piping, because ideally, similar to a Honda, I'd like the piping to run down here, and then ideally kind of pop out somewhere around here and run to the intercooler. So now that that's all trimmed up, I got to find a way to mount the intercooler. So probably going to end up trying to drill some sort of hole, but I don't really know yet, just because the bumper does sit flush on here, so whatever I do has to be so that way, like, you know, I can get bolts in there without interfering with the way the bumper fits. So whether that is drilling out, like oversizing a couple holes and then sticking bolts in there, that might be the way to do it, because actually I don't even need to do that, because this is like a Honda one. On the backside here is flat, so I can just access it like that. Well, I might still drill holes anyway, so I have an easier time accessing it from the top. But yeah, I don't know. That should work pretty mint actually. Drill the holes from the bottom, access it from the back / top. Yeah, we'll drill holes in the top, oversize them a little bit to fit a socket in there, and then it's super easy peasy. So let's get that knocked out real quick. And these dudes are finishing up tinting a Tesla. So yeah, we all working today. We all working hard. Hard freight drill bit sucks. Watch ass. Trying to start on this charge pipe. I got the intercooler bolted up now. This is definitely going to be a lot harder on this side than I anticipated, because doing a battery relocation is out of the question. It still has power steering, so the reservoir is there. I don't even understand what this is, like why that is, or even how to rotate it. This weird little whatever that is, like radiator hose adapter thing. So I don't know, I'm trying to find my way around here. So kind of what I'm thinking is, because I can't get back over here because the battery, there's a little hole here, which obviously pops out right about there, which is close enough that I can play with something over there. So now I'm just trying to figure out this portion, because I kind of have to make this to here a section, then I have to use a coupler, and then this is gonna have to be its own section, because there's just no way, there's no room to make it. Like if this was a battery location, I could have it all done up perfect, but battery location is out of the question as far as I understand. So yeah, kind of working with this crappy powder coated stuff too. I hate this. And forewarning, if any of you ever bring me material and it's this, I charge extra to weld this, because I have to spend so much time cleaning this crap off. So yeah, just forewarning you guys. But yeah, so something kind of like that to kick it down that way, and then just shoot a 90 into here. That should be pretty easy. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a bit of a difficulty here, but I'll get it sorted out. Not the end of the world, just going to take more time. The camera's not picking it up right now, but my face is full of black powder coat dust from cleaning the stuff up. So made pretty good progress, more so than I thought I would, as quickly as I did. So I don't have my watch. I mean, it's probably been about an hour and a half, 2 hours, but we got the, what is this, the hot side done. So yeah, I mean, I gotta finish the weld joints, but it's all tacked up. So yeah, not too shabby. So we got the straight coming off of here, kind of angled. We got the 45 piece here rotated slightly to kick downward, and then we have that going into the coupler here. We got that stuck in there quite a bit. And then 90-degree coupler kicking down to this piece, which has probably like a 25-ish degree bend somewhere up behind the headlight. And then that kicks down right here into this coupler, obviously 90 to the intercooler. So that's pretty solid. I'm stoked on that. So I'm gonna go ahead, pull it off, weld it all up, and then this side will be done and we can throw some clamps on it. Made pretty good progress today. I'm stoked on it. So like I said before, all the hot side is done. I got this cold side started pretty good. So this piece here comes and bends under and around the, what is it, receiver dryer? I think that's what that is. And pops up right into the engine bay right here. So looking pretty good. So tomorrow morning, because it's 7:30 now. I've been here all day. I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna head home. We're gonna build up to the throttle body, which is right here. So do that. Don't know what I'm gonna do for this intake setup for the mass airflow. I really don't think it's gonna work. I don't know why. I don't think it's gonna work regardless, because even if I could fit it somewhere, this is a VR6. VR6 didn't come turbo, so I don't really know how they plan on running it on a stock system. But whatever, a different day. We'll see you in the morning. Have a good night.
Day 2.
Okay, so got ourselves an air compressor now. I do have to do the little break-in procedure, which is, according to the instructions, it looks like it's just open the valve, plug it in, run it for 30 minutes. So we'll try and get that knocked out here shortly. I'll get some more charge piping knocked out on this thing, well, at least the last of it, and then just had an RSX get dropped off for a cold air intake. Well, a short ram for now, and then he's gonna come back for a cold air after the monsoon season is over. I'm so freaking butthurt. It has definitely been one of those mornings. So I had to take the seat out to get the air compressor in, because I didn't have access to the truck today, and my girlfriend didn't want to trade me cars. And I was taking the seat out, and I kind of like stumbled as I was moving it. I got this fat scratch in here now, like slight, very slight dent, fat scratch. So I am pretty damn butthurt. I mean, the whole car needs a paint job anyway, so it's just like one more thing, but it's just like, in the meantime, I didn't want it looking that ugly. But whatever, just another freaking day in my life. But whatever, I'm going to go get some food, because I have not had time to eat this morning. It's already going on 11. Yeah, like I said, it's been a morning, so we're gonna make it a better day, and we're gonna get some work done so we can get paid. All right, let's break this thing in. So I got the valve open, regulator turned, plugged in. I guess we just let it run for 30 minutes. Well, that's not bad at all. That's pretty quiet. Oh, Had to make a quick Harbor Freight run, get an air gun, get a couple fittings. Hopefully these are the right ones. And I just got a 25-foot hose for now because I'm really working on a budget for the next couple weeks. Yeah, let's get this set up and hopefully it works. Alright, well the fittings all fit. I don't hear any leaks, so I think we're good. We got ourselves a freaking air compressor. Air compressor is working mint, so that's good. Just planned this out, so I was having concerns with the mass airflow sensor, didn't know what to do, but looks like we're gonna try and squeeze it down the bottom underneath everything and then kick it out kind of over here. I mean, we do have the room, so I should be able to make something work. And then as for the wastegate dump, which I was gonna kick straight down, looks like we're doing a slight hood down. You know, I'll save that for last because after I do the mass airflow, there's a slight chance I may be able to fit it down there if we can just like heat wrap it and keep some of the heat off the piping or whatever. But I don't want to say yes just yet. But worst case, we're looking at doing a hood dump for the wastegate dump itself, but it should be fine. So I'm gonna get this thing up in the air. We got the flex pipe in the mail today, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this mid pipe knocked out. At least get some work done today, and then we can pull in Buddy's RSX. Do the cold air intake on that. Down pipe is all done, mid pipe is all done. Now I just got to reassemble this in the car. The only thing is I do have to add an O2 port, and I forgot to mark where I needed it before I took this off, so that kind of sucks, but whatever, it is what it is. It'll take me 5 minutes to just hang this back up and mark it, so I'll do that and we'll bolt this back up. Alright, so we got the cold side fitting pretty minty. I do have the couplers off because I just marked out for the blow-off valve, but yeah, you get the idea. So I just marked out for the blow-off valve like I just said, but you can't really see it. You can kind of see it, it's right there. Blow-off valve is gonna sit just like that. So I got to put a big hole in this thing, clean both pieces up, and we can get this thing out. So the blow-off valve is actually gonna sit kind of tucked down here, like facing like that, because I do need to have this area open to try and, like I said before, fit the mass airflow stuff up to there. So trying to make sure I have clearancing, and it'll sound kind of cool because this thing's gonna echo off the frame rail or whatever in the engine bay. Got the blow-off valve fitted up all nice. So right now I'm working on the hardest part of this job, which is putting the mass airflow sensor stuff in here, because like I said, we're using stock ECU setup or jumper, piggyback, whatever. So basically I gotta find some sort of filter or a turbo guard to fit right around here. And then I gotta kind of just rest this down here somewhere, bend these rubber lines out of the way. And then coupler, oh I'm sorry, I have this backwards. So yeah, something like that. And then I gotta get a piece of pipe to come from here and go to the coupler that I have coming off the turbo that 90's up. So it's definitely not gonna be super easy. So I gotta try and see if I have any 90-degree 3-inch bends, which I think I do. Okay, so yeah, we got that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get the car up and we're gonna try and mock something up here. I think I can do this, but it's just definitely gonna be a super duper, uber duper duper tight fit. But I mean, I made a B-Series turbo AC system work in EF, so pretty sure I can make some silly Volkswagen stuff work. All right, so I think I got this thing sorted out. So you can't even see it because there's so much freaking piping in the way. So basically, I take this guy off here, maybe. Take that off, we'll set this over here. And we got the mass airflow sensor here. And the piping is all one solid piece, runs down under there to the turbo in the coupler. And you know, we have a little bit of wiggle room with the coupler, but yeah, this is all solid. So it's just thankfully 2 weld joints right there and back there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out, weld those up, and then this intake is done. Like right now, we don't have a filter. That one's obviously way too big, so we may be able to fit a mushroom filter of some sort or a turbo guard filter over this. But yeah, that's gonna be how we're gonna have to run it. And thankfully, the cable for it is right there. So then the only other thing to do for this is somehow figure out a way to get this tube over there with the weird little check valve sensor thing that's here. So thankfully that can just slip inside the hose, put a clamp on it like it is here. But yeah, we finally did it. All right, I made a lunch run and a pit stop at my local metal supply store. Thankfully, I found some, this is like roughly 3/4, in between 3/4 and 7/8. Thankfully, they just gave me this scrap piece for free, and then I stopped at AutoZone on the way back and got some 3/4 inch inner diameter heater hose. And now we can make this thing, because this is like the weird sensor thing. I don't know what it is, Volkswagen things, I guess, but it just has to go in line between the valve cover and the charge pipe. I'm not the charge pipe, the intake pipe. So I welded the intake pipe. I'm going to mock it back up really quick, and then I'm going to mark out where to add that guy. Add that, and charge piping, intake is all done. And all that is left, besides an air filter, is the dump tube. And that should be kind of easy, but we'll get into that once we get there. Well, all the charge piping is officially done. I'm stoked. I really didn't think I was gonna be able to fit the MAF sensor section. Like, look at how tight this is. That pipe right up there. It's just, it's a tight fit. This has been actually now turning into a more fun car the more I'm getting done, because the more I'm learning, and I'm like, oh, okay, you can actually fit this stuff in here. So yeah, I do have to wrap it up for the day. We have one more day left to work on this thing, and that's only because it is 4:30 and the store that has the flange that I need for the dump tube closes in about 20 minutes, and they're with traffic right now about 25 minutes away, unfortunately. So I'm not gonna make it for the day, so we will catch up with you guys tomorrow, where we will finally finish this thing up, fire it back up, and I'm excited to hear how it sounds with the full exhaust and the downpipe. Yeah, whatever. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Tomorrow for sure.
So it is now the next day, and I picked up the Wastegate flange, the Wastegate flange. So that's cool. Now I can just start cracking away on this thing. So again, I'm just gonna start working on it. I don't really have time to be filming it, because I really got to get this thing done today, because I have other jobs coming that I need to lift for and stuff. And granted, this does run, I can just move it, but that's not the point. It needs to get done. So yeah, I'm gonna jump on this. Also, a cool thing to note is when I was at the shop out here picking up the turbo or the wastegate flange, I asked for a paper receipt so I could give it to the guy. And when he asked me my name, he was like, "Oh, I recognize the name. Whatever. I've heard about your work or whatever." So that's good. That means word of mouth is really doing its job for me out here. Yeah. Anyway, thank you. Here's the progress I have made so far. This is not done yet, but this is actually getting us to a pretty good starting point. So I have a bunch of those 1.5 inch. These 1.5 inch pre-bent sections from, I don't know, some racing website. I was gonna build a set of steel headers for somebody, so anyway, so I have a bunch of leftover material, so that's what I've been using. I cut up all the bends in it though. None of the 90s were tight enough, so again, had to resort to pie cuts. So we got some pies kind of twisting a little bit, and now I just tacked on this straight section. This should put us down by close to the steering rack. Let me bolt this up and I'll show you. So that's what we're looking like so far. You can see it kind of kicking out down there. I don't even know, it doesn't want to focus up enough. Let me try and get a little bit more light down there, but yeah, so right now we're basically facing the bottom of the brake booster. So now I should be able to tack. I got a few of the pre-bent sections over there. I should be able to grab one of them, and hopefully that can kick me down down there by the subframe. But yeah, so like I said, this is why I'm not really filming this, because there's just no room in here. I just spent 5 minutes trying to get the bottom bolt on this thing because it's such a tight fit, but we're definitely making it work, and it's definitely gonna be sick. But yeah, so I'm gonna do some more work, and I'll catch you guys up once I can get it figured out. this is what we're looking like. So it's a pretty beefy piece, but this kicks it out right behind the differential part of the transmission in front of the axle. So it's basically dead centered, so it shouldn't heat soak much. And it's not like this thing is gonna be romped on 24/7 all the time, so I'm not worried about it heating stuff up. And then they're probably gonna end up heat wrapping it. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna test fit this one more time and then pull it off and we'll weld this thing up. Got this dump pipe, just finished welding it. I got that thing clamped to a heat sink right now. I'm just gonna let the flange cool down, hit it with the belt sander, and then throw this thing all together. Only thing that's left to do is once all the piping is bolted back up is I just gotta trim the front bumper really quick, and then this thing will be good to fire up and we can hear this thing, or maybe lack thereof with the stock exhaust on there. I don't know. All right, so I ended up having to trim out the center of the bumper as well. I think it looks kind of cool, but it just looks overall kind of goofy. But I mean, this bumper really was like not designed to have turbo and intercooler pipe up front. That's why I like the Honda bumpers. They fit everything pretty well with minimal trimming. So let's get this thing on the ground and let's fire this thing up. This thing's a very ticky motor. Sounds like it's definitely coming from the valve train, but I don't know. But she done. Ooh, there's like no brakes. Okay, we are bueno. Weird Volkswagen key things. Alrighty guys, on that note, this car is finally done. It is out of here. All that's left is a few little odds and ends, like hook up a few vacuum lines, get a gasket, and one more clamp for the turbo piece, but that's it. That's all stuff that they're gonna take care of when they take it home. So I'm going to end this video off here. I'm gonna go home and relax, get out of this heat. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, hopefully you've considered subscribing by now. If you want to help support the channel, I do have my big cartel, which is in the description. It's popped up on the screen here towards the beginning of the video. There I have merch, my SD fab parts, and by the way, whenever this video goes up, I don't know, I have 2 bumper bar orders. I emailed both of you guys. One of you I haven't heard back from. My bender right now is out of commission. I am waiting on my new ram to come in. That was in one of my other videos that I just uploaded, how it was bad. So just be known, I'm going to make it as soon as that thing gets fixed. So please don't hate me. Anyways guys, do what you love, forget about the rest, and have a good night. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.